Hello.
Ah.
So the beauty of working in UI is you fix one thing, break others.
Correct.
It's always my favorite. It's a George. He's a sleepy George.
It's a very sleepy George.
George.
Look at that guy. Guy's tuckered out.
Like, are you talking to me?
Dude, his eyes look like my eyes on the regular.
Hi.
Hi.
Are we streaming? We are
Yes,
streaming.
we are
Never mind.
streaming.
Oh, shit.
And luckily for stream, Discord decides to make George the biggest face for me.
Of course, the sleepy face. The laggy sleepy face.
8.
What if the lag increase is proportional to how tired George is?
The internet is tied to his jet lag levels.
Is that how it works in Greece?
Yes. It's powered by tourism. Cool. Who wants to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. So yesterday was pretty much all metrics and UI. I'm ready to start building out the dashboards now for metrics and Elastic. Got the index built and went through and started looking at that. So Anthony, I was kind of wondering a little bit about when data right now, the way the client is set up, when data will submit, because I've only seen our test submit so far. So I'm assuming it's only in a cooked build that we're gonna
Standalone.
see.
Any standalone build. It doesn't have to be.
Okay, I'll test that
And-
afterwards. I wasn't seeing that, and I'm not.
But you
seeing
have to
any
play
other
from the
solutions.
start menu.
Ah, there we go.
You can't just
That's
be
the
playing
deal.
it in the scene. You actually have to
To go
be
from
in
the
a real game, standalone or not. From the start menu, will then submit
Okay.
the
map main menu. Okay.
Yep, map main menu will submit there.
So today, while people are testing today, can everyone test that way so that I get some metrics populating in the dash or populating in Elastic so I can start working on the dashboard? That would be good. And then the other piece was more UI stuff, refactoring the planets and refactoring the ships. I got, in terms of the ships, I'm getting pretty close. So in terms of the grids, I think they're a lot more readable now. I tried to refactor all of the icons and make them all fancy, and I just went down this rabbit hole that we just don't have time for. But right now they work. There's an indication permanent, powered and unpowered, and then they move between them and you can see slots. There's still a bug where some ships don't get any grid in unpowered. So I'll file that, and I'm not quite sure what triggers that. Haven't tracked that one down yet.
It looks to be because there's nothing. You don't even have anything that could be unpowered right. You have no installations on that ship.
So theoretically, if I were to build,
yeah,
here, then this should
it will get. I think so. It definitely will pop into the powered. I'm pretty sure at that point.
Yeah,
will it populate those? I don't know. We'll find out.
Is that a military ship?
Yeah.
The data says that they only get 3 hard points and you're using 2 already.
So okay.
So they're only ever going to have that one.
Yeah, that's going to be weird. And I could still...
Same thing with medical and luxury.
But still, unpowered shouldn't... Unpower, basically...
But you can
unpower not be a hard point? Well, no, I guess it would be because it's installed.
Now it's an unpowered hard point.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's a weird UX. We gotta
fix
it. We gotta work on it.
All right. It's fine for now, but do folks feel like this reads better?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
It's very pretty.
And then planet stuff. So planet stuff just populates in here in resources. It's really simple. But at least it's compact now and doesn't feel all airy and like, hey, there should be something here. So yeah. So those are the main things I did yesterday. Today, I want to finish up the work in the ship piece here, and then barring major like, hey, we need to look at this piece or this piece. I want to look at some basic UI sounds, just button interactions, things of that sort, just really simple ones, just so that the UI feels a little more alive. And then dashboard. Those will probably be the two main things I look at today, and then hopefully play a game and screen because it's not something I'm very good at. So yeah, that's me. I choose Brandon.
So yesterday, posted up the gameplay intro video. Got feedback that I'm gonna act on today. I also edited 2 of the design discussions that were in the backlog of videos, and so those are uploaded in the videos file now. They don't have the intro elements that we discussed with Carl, so my goal for today is to get all of those intro elements created and recorded, add those to the start of each of the videos and the ends of the videos, re-upload them, and then they'll be ready for posting. So yeah, that's yesterday and today, and then all the meetings this morning. And
Yesterday, I did a bunch of things, which is easiest just to look at the nightly thing. Mutiny, Demfo dialogue, pop-ups, what you lose whenever, like, hey, how many ships? It's basically a lot like the jump thing if you jumped without ships. It just says, hey, these are the factions that mutiny. Here's the ships you're gonna lose. Here's ships losses, population loss, etc., etc. And you continue, and then they jump away once you continue. Let's see. That's fine. Hooked up the music slider, fixed bugs with number of bugs just in general that were floating around. I cleaned up the game over situation. It's just more sane. It's nothing crazy except that it's just a smoother flow that doesn't make you to a different map, and it doesn't just do via this full black screen box. It gives you some context of why you won or lost, and it stays with an overlay that blocks all mouse input, but still focused on the screen that you were on, the view. So it just looks a bit better. It's not embarrassing. So fix that. Found out the weird thing with celestial objects keep not going away. And that was easy to figure out once I got in there. And was that it? Oh, faster population screen. You'll see that. It doesn't do the drop in. It just kind of fades in. It moves pretty quickly. I'd say that probably increase the speed of that population and jump by about 50%. So that was my day. George.
What are you doing today?
Oh, playing some Steambirds. And
excited to play.
and generally just I do want to generally just play the game now and just fix bugs as I find them.
Yeah, that'd be good today.
I'm very much at that point where I'm just like, I just want to play some and tweak some things. That is most of my day will hopefully just be that, trying to get a solid build for Monday. So yeah, George.
Okay, I got all the Galaxy stuff finally in, and all the bugs solved with one exception, which was the bunny fixed. I remember very distinctly waking up this morning. Am I coming through okay? Sorry,
Yeah,
is my audio.
There you are.
Okay. I'm thinking, I know why the celestial objects are staying. Wow, I'm stupid. And I logged in and Anthony had already fixed it. I didn't have to fix it after all, which was
Nice.
great. So then I logged out and tried to sleep again. So yeah, a lot of bugs yesterday with the Galaxy stuff. One of which was learning a new thing that Anthony taught me about static stuff. I don't even remember what it was, but I learned it. Cool. And today will be the cheat menu. Well, actually, today's probably going to be primarily for me, at least, just the end of sprint meeting. And then tomorrow I have like a 4-hour boat ride where I have nothing to do. So I think that's when I will do the cheat menu. Okay, I picked Carl because no one else left to pick.
Yesterday, I think I worked on some public development stuff. Me and Hans swapped cards. That probably won't get done by the end of sprint, but he's going to work on the public roadmap, and I'm going to work on the playtest stuff. I had some ideas around that this morning that hopefully I'll write up. Besides that, I don't really, honestly, I don't really remember most of what I did yesterday. Today, we have the end of sprint meetings. I theoretically have a meeting with the narrative designer to talk about developing more of the World Bible faction stuff. Not to the degree that we were doing it with Altered Tactics, but more of something that is just useful for us building out what we have. See if we can make that a pretty quick project that he can bang out and just buy us some time and some lore and some stuff. And assuming continues to be a good relation with him and continues to be very much worth the value, then we can also spin and work with him on writing out the actual text for in-game stuff. Besides that, prep for packs, play Steambirds, end of sprint meetings, write up playtest stuff, all that nonsense. So, yeah, that's probably my day. I think maybe I don't know
Cool.
anymore.
All right.
Let's see. We have a bunch of bugs in validate to deal with.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So we should do that. I will. Sorry, I'm having a moment. Everything needs to be.
Yep. That's good.
We had that yesterday. We had that stuff yesterday. Sure. I'm confident we have that. All right.
Should get latest.
Yes. Get latest. I'm going to. Ooh, no. Oh, I can't control that. Oh my god. Who knew streaming was so hard?
All right. Why don't we all pop in the can?
Here we go. Play. I should put our upload.
I just moved multiple things into the validate column that probably in there already. Only the Galaxy stuff was that was probably the got moved today correctly, whereas the other stuff had already been waiting for validation. what is that 9:15? What is that? Whatever time 9:15 is your time meeting is. What time is 9:15? What is it? 11:15?
The release review.
Yeah.
That's like
what is it?
our retro.
Oh, okay. No, retro is set for what would that be your time? 1 p.m. No, wait, not 1 p.m. Yeah, 1 p.m. Company meeting and retro is set for 1 p.m., but we have something else that's at 11:15 a.m.
So there's two things. There's the release review, which is how did the release go? What did we do? What did we get done? What didn't we get done? What is qualified as done? And then the retro is more focused on how are we doing things? What is our process? So on and so forth. We often do them back to back and cancel that 1 o'clock. We generally tend to stray that into each other. We initially separated them out because we wanted to be able to talk about the work that we're doing.
Crash still.
Oh,
Exploit crash. I'm pretty sure.
Really? That sucks. Okay. All right, back to the drawing board on that one.
Yeah, but that was the original. That was the original goal. We tend to mush them together and then delete it. But the idea is like talking about the release itself, and then the retro is talking about like our process and how things are going and so on and so forth. So, like Carl telling us what is done, not done is release view. Retrospective is how do we make it better next time. So,
Anthony, was it still line 192?
I'm looking. I have my log file. 193. But yeah. Celestial object 193.
Our scan results for default star system were proven accurate as we jump in. This has boosted our people's confidence in the safety of future jumps.
With a big giant face, Carl. It's great.
They're
That's
boosted.
quality content right there.
actually, I should add a card for wiring up the ship captains on those.
Oh god, that terrible moment when you scan a planet and it's not worth exploiting.
It's true. It totally plays into the sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah.
You're like,
Not spending another 20 seconds.
But I've already spent some time at this. I should probably just finish. Don't exploit though. Exploit will potentially crash the game. So
Doesn't that mean I should?
That's so weird. You said 193?
celestial. That's where the celestial object CPP 193. Yep. This is the thing I was seeing yesterday. It's on that loop.
Weird.
There's an invalid resource key pair.
No, but what I mean is, if 193 is the actual for loop itself.
Yes, and I bet it can't auto get something that's there. Like it's an invalid address inside. So it's trying to do whatever auto is doing, assigning a resource.
Okay.
It's gonna fail.
Okay, I'm gonna put a breakpoint on 192 and then see whether or not I can actually get through the loop at all when I play, or whether it actually crashes just starting there.
Wow, I have 4 quests.
Yep. Oh, you have a bunch of factions.
Yeah, I
Enjoy.
have 4.
You.
At least my flagship is.
I paused the game and tried to figure out what the hell you actually want to do.
Yeah, I did. I paused my game, went through all of my ships, made sure that my flagship isn't already at indifferent, and I'm like, all right, let's go. Figured it out.
Yay!
This is still a nightmare though.
Good.
I'm seeing stats from folks.
Yeah. Did you see an in-game stat?
An end game? Let me look.
It responded. I broke breakpoint and it said like, well, the thing is the in-game stats. I don't know what it's gonna. It's just gonna have an in time of something. They're gonna look basically the same, except one's gonna have in time, and one's not gonna have in time.
No.
Oh wow, I'm not
I
gonna
only see
finish that
one.
in time.
You
Some
should.
cooldown on the
By the way, for Carl and Brandon who are playing right now, if you don't crash, it should be 8 to 12 jumps before you win.
I wonder why the
I'm pretty sure we're not going to make that to win because.
Oh, one of my ships just mutinied.
All right, I want to watch that.
Oh god. Oh, yep, it just jumped out. All right, cool. That's fucking great.
Anthony, the amount of glee you're getting from
Uh-oh.
that.
You crashed.
I crashed on
Your
the exploit.
Yeah.
Yep. It's definitely that bug. Rip. I mean, great, because I was totally, not winning that run. I don't. How should I feel about this?
So why does this resources map get an invalid in
Ha!
there? What happened there?
Carl got overthrown.
Oh
Wait,
yeah, you ran out of morale. How'd you run out of morale?
Oh, I was just like, I think I failed a quest and it.
It jumps, mutiny happened.
No, I failed a quest, but I was like already low because I've just been jumping because I can't. If I exploit, I crash, and so I wanted to get to an actual game end.
The game is way harder now. You can no exploiting. But why does resources? Was it the finder?
Also, if you guys check that you never see more than 6 planets per system.
I haven't seen that recently at all.
Cool.
Empty it there.
What do people think of the music?
Oh, I love the music. It's very atmospheric.
It is. I would say it starts
calming.
out.
I didn't
It
even have
kind
it
of
turned on.
sounds a little. I think the initial part I kept on hearing when it was low. You can't hear everything, so I had my volume low, and I'm like, "Is it Halo?" Because it has a little bit of a Halo feel. Parts of it. If you can't hear all the areas.
Yeah.
It has that.
Space
It just has that. It
atmosphere,
just has that
Halo.
piano, that like
Yeah.
Halo opening with the piano thing, and I'm like, may want to not have that.
No, keep a little piano trill. It's so good. It's definitely not the same composition.
It's not.
And I sort of feel like, does it sound like Halo when you have the volume really low is not a use case I'm incredibly worried about? Because the answer is turn up your volume, Anthony.
I don't know. I would be interested in listening to music that would more if I sent along the BSG all along the watchtower with like the sitars and stuff, and say make music that uses these instruments.
Yeah, I gave him some of that.
Drums and sitars and.
Yeah, I gave him some of that stuff. I think this is mostly about finding that initial like theme. So it's really just the melody that he wrote here, and then the idea would be that melody is repeated in a lot of different ways, and like as you're playing, based on what's going on, you can have more or less stuff, right? And so this is probably the sparsest version of it. But then, like,
Exactly.
I'm gonna shoot you into the sun.
Is it modify resources? I wonder if that's doing it.
Can we validate these bugs? I didn't see any too many planets. Did anyone else see too many planets?
I have not seen too many planets.
We're back to a normal amount of planets, or at least until I crashed.
Cool. Okay. What else we got?
Oh yeah, I should start back up again and just not
Does
exploit and test the other
someone,
bugs.
someone destroy your flagship somehow.
I'll do
How can
it.
we guarantee that?
You can jump while
You can
performing an action.
no, you can just
Okay.
K, hit K, like have your mouse over your flagship and hit K.
We should test multiple ways to kill it though, right?
Yeah, you could also just have your flagship doing something when you hit the jump button.
Yeah, that's the way I kill.
That will blow it up as well. And I do recommend having your
music
game.
meter.
Huh?
I was gonna say one of you guys test the music meter as well.
I have no idea what you just said.
Test the music slider that it
Got it.
hooks up and is hooked up and actually adjusts stuff.
Okay.
As soon as I use the music slider, now I don't get any music.
So it's hooked up. It just doesn't do what we expect it to.
Let me see if I.
So it's a toggle. Cool.
No, it didn't come back after I applied.
It doesn't. Those sliders you don't have to apply them. I mean, they'll be changing it as you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Someone else try it because I was doing it last night and my music was coming in and out just fine.
Yeah, my music is gone. Gone.
I love that our ships don't come in all at the same tempo. Like one of them is delayed. Feels good, man. Whoa, look at this system.
One of them is derpy.
Yeah, one of them is like I'm slow and fatter than the other ships. I need to scan something to do something with my flagship.
Starting to get dark here.
I guess we can build some.
Like a second now, I feel like there's going to be hands that come out from the dark room behind me.
Hey, George, I think your mic is using your laptop mic, not your headset mic.
Suddenly.
The whole time?
Ah!
Yikes.
I don't know.
That was really funny. So I jumped with my flagship performing an action. It blew up. I got the flagship lost screen. And then I can hear myself. And then it because it was a jump, it showed the screen of the population like pop up and then faded it out again, and now I'm back to the lost screen. But my UI did pop up, so like kind of.
I mean, it's a bug. It's a weird UX thing.
Yeah,
like,
which is fine.
The game is over, so it shouldn't. You can bug that.
You want me to bug it? Okay.
Just put a bug so I know about it. Like, it's not the highest part. It doesn't like you're not like soft locked or anything. Okay.
Yeah.
But
is this better, Carl?
Yes.
That is much better.
Yeah, there's definitely something weird with the music slider. It worked, but then music did go away. Like I had it adjust the volume, but then it just disappeared at one point. The sound, the music did.
Did the music, was it at the normal ending spot? Does it just not loop?
I
may have just not have it checked to loop.
It may not loop. That may be it.
Okay, so it looks like the galaxy creation stuff is working, at least for now. You are able to jump to different systems. Can anyone confirm that you did not jump into the exact same system over and over?
Yeah, no, I've got new systems each time. That's definitely happening.
And I think multiple of us can confirm that the unassigned ship button is working, correct?
Yep. They have captains. Oh, that's working. The slider is now hooked up, but there's a different bug with it. I didn't see any stuff spilling over the right edge. Did we check the flagship destruction?
I'm checking. So I've done jump while performing action destroy. I just K'd it. I'm going to see if I can get immunity on it and make sure that loses me. Oh, I got a crash.
Did you exploit?
No, I was loading into a new game.
Oh, you're loading into a game. Okay.
I think that's been consistently happening when I use the K button.
It's possible. Like there could be something,
Oh,
but I'm
that is
curious.
but it's not a.
I want to know what where it's crashing specifically,
Yeah.
because it could also be that event pool and hook
Oh yeah, that's
crash
been.
that I found that can happen sometimes.
Yeah, I've had it a few times too.
Die.
What? Halo music is amazing.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying.
And my rendition of it is amazing.
I'm looking forward to better internet on the other island because this is a slideshow for me, and I bet I'm a robot for you.
No,
Actually,
you're
you're not.
okay.
You're pretty broken up for me.
Yeah, but not robotic. Just a little.
No.
Little. Are you going to the your family's village now, or is that the next thing?
Yeah, it'll be a lot more stable there because I have 5 weeks there where the village is it's beautiful and it'll probably be boring most of the time, so I'll be a lot more stable. Um, I like he said your family's village, like they own it or something.
You don't.
Nope.
You're not.
Expensive.
You're not king of some random Greek island.
Why did we hire him again?
Yeah, like. You're muted.
Blah, 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 blah. That's my response. Whatever.
Just keep jumping.
Jumping.
The bus tour today was really cool, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Did a lot of really fun stuff. But so I had anticipated that the drives were going to be a lot longer than they were, but they were really only like 10 to 20 minutes per location, like between them. So there were no opportunities at all to catch any sleep at all on that bus. But that's okay because the rest, it was actually really cool, all the stuff we did. So I will get that back later, but I'll never. But it was priceless. There was a giant statue laying down on the ground. That was cool.
I just posted my crash log.
Oh, installation. Ship installation 58. Okay. And this was on startup?
This was on startup, yeah.
Weird. Okay.
I mean, this is after having 2 resets.
Okay. I mean, it's worth check. I'll continue to check it out.
Let me start back up and continue testing ways to destroy my flagship.
You should share while you're.
I'm still loading up.
Because now we only have Darth Scleris in the big center of the screen.
They called me Darth Scalaris. Oh, the Mandalorian trailer comes out today.
Oh my
it's the
god, so
actual
excited.
trailer.
I haven't watched it. Yeah, it's the real trailer.
Did it already come out?
No, but
Okay, good.
Taylor Swift's new album,
No,
Lover.
just move
Oh
on.
my god.
What? Hello? What?
I would be Darth Skittles, by the way. It's Darth Skittles for sure.
Hey, man.
Taste the rainbow.
Taylor Swift is a true artist. That woman is great.
So the last crash was in installations, Anthony, online?
Yeah.
I've got one that just came in. I'll verify I got the same one.
But was on startup.
It was on game enter. So the menu came up fine. I hit play. Going into the play session, it crashed. Pulsar, pulsar, pulsar. So as people are going through, are there any areas in the UI right now where you're like screaming like this is really freaking annoying?
There it is.
Well, I think I just crashed. I just crashed again.
Damn.
Sorry.
Oh, this is gonna be a rough build. We gotta get
No,
these.
this is. I'm now figuring out. I'm tracking down the resource crash right now.
Cool.
I'm getting close to
I was
figuring.
working on that too. Where are you at with it?
I basically I redid modify resource a bit so that it's just very explicit if a thing already exists in the map. I'm doing it's a very multi-line if check craziness, but I don't trust Unreal Maps all that much. So I'm doing it incredibly safe there. But it's I actually found it where it's putting an invalid thing in the build. Whenever it goes through the resource data, it went through an extra time and added it in an invalid. So I'm wondering if the data's messed up, actually.
This one looks different. I'm gonna post it.
Okay.
Do you mean
So celestial object build function.
mhm.
It loops through the resource data. It looped through an extra time and that was invalid. It added a bad thing to the map. And I don't know why it did. I'm just trying to look at like why that data was messed up, but I have a feeling it's something parsed wrong there.
All right, I posted it in coding. It's in event pool manager. Just kind of weird.
Here's another crash.
All the crashes.
Oh, and that one worked.
Ooh, I just found a bug with the parsing of generate data of celestial object. When you go through the resources, it doesn't. It's going to overwrite instead of adding to. So when you have the thing with multiple chances for resources,
Okay.
them instead of adding. I just realized that. So I will go and write that code to fix that real quick.
And so far, I've only gotten one more stat submission.
That's weird. So the thing is, I'm getting successes on in-game, but you're not getting them. Like it's saying it's putting them there. Check that one. Is that one doc the same getting updated over and over? That one
Might be.
like it's not.
Are you appending?
I'm appending a GUI ID, like a random.
Oh, but it's
thing.
random.
Yeah. To the URL. which is the session ID is always the same per game.
So is it because
I thought that's what
So,
that
I
was how it's
have
supposed to be.
I think it is possible. So right now, like I think you could eliminate appending the ID. I think the index will generate its own ID if none is there.
Okay.
Because we're not going to update any of the records. And that's really that's what you utilize that for, is if you have a system where you're going to be updating records. So you can then put that ID in it on the GUID. So if we were to just eliminate that, because like the session ID looks like it's working fine, but I think you're exactly right. I think something about the ID that's being generated with the URL is somehow the same.
It can't be the same.
Yeah, I mean,
it's an FGUID. It is literally just a random FGUID. It's the same way that it's the same built the same way that the session.
Oh, because they look totally different.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like, totally different. Well, hold it. Let me look. Actually, should they be the same length?
FGUID, new GUID. Oh, I don't know. Are they? I mean, it might be kind of the same. I don't.
Yeah, they're two different lengths. All right. Well, either way, like I'll put a bug in to remove.
Let me just try it once again. I'll spit the FGUID to a variable.
Okay.
Not just generate it in the same spot that the URL is being. I won't just append it to the URL. I'll generate it, then check that, and then append it.
Right.
So I can make maybe something's going on there. So, but no, I still just
this is checked in, right? So it should be everybody, not just you.
Yeah. Does it have a? I mean, I guess you can't see the date properly right now.
No, I mean I can pull the start time.
And I would be interested if start time is changing, basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying.
Is it actually like a?
I mean, I don't have the record. I don't have the history of
that one record, but I'm just like, is it well, let's see. There it is. Session I start time August. The table above August 23rd. Yeah, that's data from today, this morning. So yeah, I think it's just overriding that. I wonder if that ID is just 00000 is just maybe for some reason that GUID on the URL.
Well, so these are two records. So
they're two?
The one's from August 21st. And the ID on the one from August 21st
is actually something right.
Something right. And the ID from today is the 00000.
Yeah, let me just change that into a variable so I can check to make sure that GUI ID is right. Maybe for some reason something changed there.
Yeah,
that it's just generating a null.
Just cut that off of just not submit that on the URL.
Yeah, that's true.
Since these are puts, they'll create a new record for each one that comes in.
I mean, I can totally do that.
I think that would be the fastest. Just see if this.
All right,
fixes it.
Stop.
This the resource is going to take a smidge longer than it would before. Whoa, Hans, that is the weirdest background I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, Fractal Tom Selleck?
It is. That's awesome.
Fractal time salad.
Hey, and
Yeah.
Hans, there's a question that I have absolutely no ability to answer in the chat.
CA API.
Oh.
Update a record when you provide a good.
Let
This
me-
must be Nate. I bet this is Nate.
He is also hyped for Mandalorian, so that is,
Oh yeah.
that is also a thing.
I mean, even the stuff that came out of Celebration got me super hyped for. Like, holy crap!
Who needs plans?
I believe Hans, that's true. The API is inferring like if you send a GUID. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you send the same, if the GUID is the same, it's gonna just update the record. That's the way Elastic is gonna work. And if we don't have a need for updating records, then because these are event based, so I don't think we're fine. Okay.
Oh no, Nate, we've seen a lot of his backgrounds. He just has a lot of backgrounds. A lot of disturbing imagery.
It's true. It's probably not stream safe.
It keeps me
What?
happy.
They're pretty stream safe. I haven't seen anything on there that hasn't been stream safe.
There's maybe
Yeah, I
only
agree.
a few things that maybe.
Yeah. George is far less stream safe than Hans's backgrounds.
That is true.
Yeah, same.
Are you sure? Because I've been pretty good about that shit.
You have been really good about that shit. I will fully admit.
All right.
As if you have experience streaming. Ooh, maybe.
Yeah,
All right.
That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
I'm gonna start one. Let's see if you get some data, Hans.
Anthony.
Yeah.
What were you saying? How far along were you resource thing, and what did you learn about it?
I just see it actually like when it's doing the build and like that resource data's loop in the build function, it adds an invalid entry into the table, into the map. That's where I got to, and I don't know why it is, and I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's
I'm looking at the data, and the data looks pretty good, but maybe there's some kind of character in there or something that just does it innocuous, but actually is devious.
Yeah, so you should have a new record up there. Yep. I just added it. It has a new ID. It generated an ID for it. So
it's exactly what it's supposed to do. So we got a clean ID. It's a new record.
There you go.
Session ID from the game, the version, start time.
I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm just gonna kill my ship, and it should send an end session record with same session ID. Let's see. It did. Do you have a new record?
Yup. Jason. End time. Woohoo. Let's check session IDs. Session IDs are the same. Woohoo.
There you go. Validated.
Slide. Thank you very much, Anthony.
I have to take my computer back to the other room because I'm running out of power.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll hold up. But I mean, I'll be here. It's just we'll see if I can still get internet there.
So, George, 1 second. Whenever it's looping, no, he's already muted. When it's looping through the resources,
I can hear you.
When it's looping through the resources data in that build, Is it supposed to be adding things into the map? Like for
Is it
all
supposed to be adding what?
Like if there's multiple rows of, let's say, food, is it supposed to add all those rows?
Yeah, I'm working on that now. Is that it's actually going to overwrite instead, or actually maybe
add won't overwrite. I don't think. I think that might be the problem. Like add doesn't. This is the.
I'm gonna run and grab some more coffee.
actually it would work. Okay. Here's what's happening. So I think it's adding, like, okay, let's say you get two, one's 10 and one's 20, right?
Yeah.
I think what's happening is it adds both of them. So you have 10 and 20 in there. It says resource data.amount equals resource data.max equals chosen amount. So that's going to become 20. So it's going to say amount and max is 20, even though it has two different resource caches, one which is 10 and one which is 20. That's what I think. Well, I know that's happening, but I don't know if that's causing the crash.
Yeah.
I'm writing the code right now to fix that. I put a bug on the Trello board as well. So hopefully that would potentially fix that bug.
Oh, Hans. Do we want to break here to move into retro stuff?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Nate, thanks for watching. Appreciate you tuning in. Sadly, you will have to find another way to entertain yourself while you wait for your plane. And any other watchers, thanks for sticking around. We'll catch you Monday. Well, later today, we're going to be playing Steambirds Alliance, and Brandon will probably be yelling a lot. So that will be entertaining to tune in with. So we'll catch you then.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.